Hello and welcome to this video. In this video we'll be discussing the renal system. Okay, specifically here we're looking at the kidney, okay, the kidneys, and this falls under the topic called the excretion. Okay, so you have a diagram here of the renal system. Okay, all this system is the renal system, and you have two pairs of kidneys. Okay, and if you notice the shape of these kidneys, they look like a bean plant seed. Okay, so that is the shape of these kidneys. And then here you notice that you have blood leaving out of the kidneys and blood coming in. Okay? So now, why does blood need to pass through the kidneys? Okay, and this is what we're talking about. It is called what? Excretion. Okay, now excretion is simply the removal of toxic wastes from the body. Okay, toxic waste from the body is removed, and the process is called what? Excretion. And the renal system is an excretory system. Okay, it's involved in excretion. Specifically, what does this is the kidneys. Okay, so as the blood reaches here, it goes two ways. Okay, so if you follow the aorta here, this carries blood that comes from the heart. Okay, so this blood is pumped from the heart, it comes to the kidneys, then it branches. You can see here it will branch off this goes to the left, the right kidney, and then it goes also to the left kidney. Okay, so when you're looking at this, you'll find that this is blood now, and the kidneys, okay, the kidneys, these two, they are going to remove anything that is not required in the body. And once everything has been removed that is not required from the body, the fluid that is formed, which contains these waste, is channeled into what we call the urinary bladder. Okay, into what we call the urinary bladder, and that fluid is called urine. Okay, it's called urine. Okay, so you have from the aorta, you have the renal artery, which brings in the blood. Okay, the same thing here, this will be the renal artery. Okay, and then after the process is finished, okay, blood will go back now through the vena cava. Okay, the blood will go back to the vena cava using the renal vein. Okay, so this blood that is going back, it is clean blood. Okay, it is clean, it has been cleaned. Okay, so the kidneys, they've removed anything toxic, okay, that they're supposed to remove. This includes urea, some salts, okay, even excess water, some of it. Okay, so this is what happens. Okay, so the same thing here will happen after the blood is filtered. The fluid that comes out is urine. Okay, so now when we look at this, the importances of everything that we've mentioned so far here. You have the aorta. The aorta carries oxygenated blood from the heart to other parts of the body. So from the heart, it carries the oxygenated blood, which also comes through the what? The kidneys. So that's the function of the aorta. Secondly, you have the vena cava. It carries deoxygenated blood, okay, from the body to the heart. So this blood goes back to the heart. Okay, so if you know blood circulation, you understand how this works. Okay, and then you have this renal vein. The renal vein brings in blood to the kidneys. Okay, and the renal artery takes it back through the vena cava. The ureter is just a structure which empties into the what? The bladder. This is the urinary bladder, okay? It empties into the urinary what? Bladder, okay? You can see it nicely like that, okay? Then from here, the urinary bladder is just a temporal storage, okay? The urinary bladder is just a temporal storage of what? Urine, okay? Urine is just stored temporarily here. So we call this temporal storage. It just stores urine temporarily for some hours or minutes, okay? And then you have now, we can do this. You also have something here, okay? You have there are some sphincters here, okay? We have some sphincters here, and we can call these sphincters, they are known as urethral sphincters, okay? They are known as urethral sphincters. Urethral because they empty into this part called the what? The urethra. And the urethra goes all the way, connects to the reproductive system, okay? And that is where urine is passed out. So these sphincters, it's just a ring of muscle which is found at the exit of the urinary bladder, and its function, it controls the flow of urine, okay? It controls the flow of urine. So in a normal adult, they should be able to control their urine. That's why you'll find that a lot of people, as they are growing up, you begin to control the passing out of urine, okay? A normal human being should do that, okay? Unless it's too much, okay, that's when they let loose. But a normal human being should be able to control the flow of what? Of urine, because of these sphincters, okay? Unless they get damaged or something, okay? But babies don't control this. They just let urine just passes out once the bladder is full, okay? But for a grown-up person, they should be able to control. So it controls the flow of urine out of the bladder. When it is closed, it prevents urine from coming out, okay? And when it's open, it allows urine to do what? To come out, okay? So now, what is the main function of the kidney, okay? So we've talked about the kidney. What is now the main function that it does, okay? So the kidneys, the main function is to remove urea, and we're going to explain where that urea comes from, okay? Also, it removes excess salts. So you notice the way I'm using excess, because not some salts are important for the body, so it only needs to remove excess, and also to remove excess water, okay? So water is important for the body, but you don't need a lot of it. There's what we call water intoxication. If you have too much water in the body, there's a condition called water intoxication, which is a very bad condition. So some of the water needs to be removed. Now all these, okay, they are removed in form of what? Urine, okay? And that is the primary function of the kidneys, is to form what? Urine, okay? The kidneys need to form urine, okay? So that is just a general structure. Now when we go over into we zoom in on this kidney here, okay? We just zoom in on this kidney. So you have the ureter. This is where now urine passes. And where does it go here? The bladder, okay? The urinary bladder, okay? So the kidney has got two things. It has the medulla, okay? And it has the cortex, which is on the outer part, okay, and these have got functions, okay, the medulla and the cortex, okay. So they have cells, okay. The medulla has got cells that are actively involved in forming what? Urine. The cortex, usually the cells there, they are supporting cells, okay. Okay, so now we go to what we call the kidney nephron, okay. The kidney nephron, this is now where everything is taking place, okay. This is where everything is taking place. So I'm going to label it, okay. You see this structure here, okay. This structure has a special name. It's called a loop, okay. A loop of Henle, okay. Probably because of the person that maybe discovered or something. That's where the name usually comes from. The loop of Henle, okay. Now this structure here you're going to see very soon. It is called the collecting duct, and these are many of them, okay. Collecting duct. So now these kidney nephrons, okay, these kidney nephrons are found just here in the medulla, okay. So you find millions, okay, millions of what? Kidney nephrons, okay. There are plenty of them, and each has this collecting duct, and this collecting duct is what will lead to the what? Ureter, okay. What will lead to the ureter, okay. So excretion, the primary function of the kidney, excretion, is done by the what? The kidney nephrons, okay, the kidney nephrons, which are plenty. So the kidney nephron, it is also known as the basic function of the kidney, okay, the basic functional unit of the kidney, okay. So you can say it is the what? Basic functional unit, okay, basic functional unit of a kidney. This is what the nephron actually is, okay. All right, so we're still labeling certain things. So you notice this part here is coiled, okay, and there's a nice term we use to refer to something coiled. In medicine and in biology, we say it is convoluted, okay, it is convoluted. So this part is convoluted, okay. So this, we call it the convoluted convoluted tube, okay. All right, also this part is a convoluted tube, okay. Now the difference is that this one is near this thing here, which we're going to talk about soon, the Bowman's capsule. So the convoluted tube, which is called the Bowman's capsule, is called the proximal. The convoluted tube, which is near the collecting duct, is called the distal. So we can say proximal convoluted tube, and then here we can say the distal convoluted what? Tube, okay. And then this one structure here, it's called the Bowman's capsule, okay, the Bowman's capsule. So now you have this that I've shown in green. This represents where blood comes from, So this is the artery part, okay, where blood comes from, and it is called the afferent, okay, afferent end. So after everything, this which picks up blood to take it, this is called the efferent end. So you have the afferent end as well as the efferent end, and this is the Bowman's capsule, okay, the Bowman's what? Capsule. Okay, so now we are going to look at three main processes. I think we've labeled everything, yes. So here blood flow comes out, okay, your blood flow. Where does it go? Okay, it goes back to the vena cava, to the takes it back to the heart, okay. Now here we're going to talk about three main processes that are important on this kidney nephron, okay. These we'll talk about them. Number one, this is what you must know. Number one, you have what we call ultrafiltration, okay. Ultrafiltration, okay, ultrafiltration. Now we know what filtration is, okay. Now this ultrafiltration, sometimes they'll call it pressure filtration, because it occurs as a result of pressure. And this ultrafiltration, it occurs right here, okay. It occurs right here. So that is where ultrafiltration occurs. Now, I said it's called pressure filtration. This is because as the blood is coming here, the blood comes with a lot of pressure here, because it's coming from the artery. So most arterial blood always has a high pressure, okay. So the blood comes with a what? With a high pressure here. And this high pressure is what will cause this ultrafiltration or pressure filtration, okay. So now how can we define this, okay? This is the filtration of small molecules such as water, okay. Remember, I'm saying small molecules, okay, such as water, salts, okay. These are important that I'm listing here: glucose and as well urea. So this is the filtration of small molecules such as water, glucose, as well as what? Urea, from the glomerulus. So this green part here, I forgot to name it, is the glomerulus. Okay, so these things now will come out of the glomerulus, okay. Let's try to zoom in here, okay. Try to zoom in. Let's try to zoom in here. Okay, so you have the glomerulus here. The blood is filtered out. So these things, they come out. Which things am I talking about that are coming out? Water, salts, glucose, and urea, okay. So you have these things, they'll start moving in this tube, okay. They are moving like that, okay. What are they? Okay, we said what? Water, salts, glucose, and what? Urea. But there, remember here we are trying to keep it simple. We said the only small molecules, okay. Here we said the only small molecules are filtered, okay. bigger molecules such as proteins are left. Okay, so e.g. proteins are very big in size. These, they are what? They are left. They will just bounce back and move like this. But these, they come out. Now, not everything here needs to be excreted, because once everything comes out here, it will go and become what? Urine. Okay, because once it reaches here, it is urine. But there are certain things that we need here. For example, glucose is very important. We shouldn't take it into urine. Urea, yes, we don't mind, it can just go, but this, we need to find a way of putting it back into the blood. Similarly with these, and also some of these, okay, we only need to excrete excess. Okay, so this now will take us back to, so the other things that are left apart from proteins, also red blood cells, they are too big to be filtered out here. Okay, red blood cells are too big to be filtered out. Okay, so that is what happened. Okay, so now what will come out now here, what is passing here, it is known as glomerular filtrate. Okay, what is coming out, and it contains what did we say? It contains water, salts, glucose, and urea. Okay, now this leads us now to the next process, okay, which we call selective reabsorption. So we said we need glucose and we need some of the water, we need some salts. Not everything should come out, but this one we don't mind, it can just go. Okay, so we have selective reabsorption where glucose is taken back. Okay, so the definition here, this is the reabsorption of useful substances from the glomerular filtrate into the renal tube, okay, into the bloodstream. So it occurs on these convoluted tubules, especially the proximal. So if you were asked this is where selective reabsorption is taking place. Okay, selective reabsorption is taking place where? On the convoluted tubules. Okay, now some of the things that are reabsorbed here that are important, okay, are what? Some of the things that are reabsorbed here: glucose, also we said some water, don't need to remove all the water from our body, and some salts. Some salts are very important in our body. Okay, on the first, so this is where selective reabsorption is taking place on the first convoluted tube, and we reabsorb these. So these now, they will go back into the blood. Okay, they will go back into the blood. So they will go back into the what? The blood. Okay, so that's what happened. Then the other convoluted tube, or this one, mainly what it does, it is also for reabsorption, this one, but this one mainly it reabsorbs water. Okay, it will reabsorb water. Okay, reabsorbs water and salts. Okay, and the process here, it's simply by active transport for the salts. Okay, water is just by osmosis. Okay, so I hope you've understood what selective reabsorption is. Then the third thing that happens is called the Osmo Regulation. Osmo Regulation. Now, Osmo Regulation, this is control or regulation of water levels. Okay, it is the regulation of water levels. Okay, so there is a normal body, a normal level of water in the body, regulation of water levels in the body. Okay, in the body. Now, why does this take place? Osmoregulation will take place, it will take place in the loop of Henle. Okay, so here you have osmoregulation. Okay, in the loop of what? Henle. Okay, so it's important to know where. So now let's talk about this osmoregulation here just a bit in detail. So this osmoregulation, it controls water levels. So there are two things you need to know. Okay, when water levels are high and when water levels are low. Okay, this talks about when water levels are high. This talks about when water levels are what? Low. Okay, so forgive me, I have a bit of flu. Okay, so if the body has little water here, there is a hormone that is secreted, and this hormone is called ADH. Now, what does ADH simply means? It means antidiuretic hormone. Okay. Okay, it is also known as vasopressin, and it is secreted by the pituitary gland in the brain. So what does it do? It causes water to be reabsorbed. Okay, it causes water to be absorbed from the glomerular fluid into the surrounding. Okay, so it causes water to be absorbed from the glomerular filtrate into the surrounding. So it causes reabsorption of water. Let's just say reabsorption of water. Okay. It prevents the loss of water. Okay. And this is what happens. Okay. But if the blood has enough water, ADH is not secreted. Okay. So if blood has enough water, no ADH secreted. Okay. So meaning water here will be lost. Here water is not lost. Why? Because of this hormone called ADH. Okay. So these are the three important things that take place here in this kidney nephron. Okay, the kidney nephron. Then the last part now is the secretion. Okay, the fourth one, it is just called secretion. So secretion. Okay, now secretion is removal of urine from the kidney through the collecting duct. Okay, this is taking place in this collecting duct now. So everything that will remain in this tube, it will come all the way like this, and then it is out as urine. Okay. So the urine is passed on and it goes to the blood. Okay, this is what secretion is. So what will be secreted? Urea. Okay. The things I listed here. Okay. Here. Okay. Excess salts and excess water. Okay. So excess water and what? Salts. Okay. Now, so you can see that the kidney is very important. Okay. It's very, very important. The kidneys are very, very important because of the functions they do. Okay. Now, there are certain conditions that can damage the kidney, and we want to talk about these things. Okay. So there is what we call kidney failure. Now, if the kidneys are failing, okay, kidney failure. Now, what can cause the kidneys to fail? Okay. What can cause the kidneys to fail? There are a number of things. Okay. The kidneys can fail to perform their function, and this could be as a result of maybe you took something poisonous. Okay. Or maybe you're involved in an accident. Which can cause injury to the kidneys. Okay. Things like an infection, the infections that can generally just attack the kidneys, maybe a virus or a bacteria. So the solution now, what is the solution when your kidneys are failing? Now, kidneys, they are difficult to repair these, okay? And most of the times, the only treatment or solution is a kidney transplant, okay? This is why you get somebody else's kidney, and they put it into your body, okay? Now here you need a perfect donor, someone to donate that kidney to you, okay? That is one. The next one here, you can use what we call a dialysis machine. This is quite expensive. Well, both treatments under kidney, they are very expensive, okay? So you need to exercise healthy behaviors, okay, so that your kidneys are healthy, because the dialysis machine, it's very, very difficult, but it works magic, okay? And we'll talk about the dialysis machine it performs the same function as the kidney does, and we'll talk about the dialysis machine probably in the next lesson, in the next video under biology. Okay, so for now, let us do some questions just to see how we are understanding these things. All right, so we have a question here. This is from 2021 question paper. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's go straight to the question. So now that we have learned about the kidney nephron, okay, the kidneys, excretion, and all that, we are able now to answer questions. So identify the parts labeled K and L. Okay, so very simple. We're just from learning these things. K, we can all see that is the afferent, bringing blood. That's the afferent end, and that is the artery end. Okay, that is the artery, renal artery. Okay, you can say renal artery because renal means kidney. Okay, and it goes to the kidneys. Yeah. Okay, so that is K, and then we also label L. What is L? L, that is the Bowman's capsule. Okay, Bowman's capsule. That's where the glomerulus is found. Okay, then B. Name two substances present in the fluid K but absent from M. Now, what is fluid K? Fluid K is blood, So this is blood. So we're looking at things that will not be filtered out. And what did we say those things are? Number one, proteins. They are too large to be filtered out. So they will remain in blood, but they won't be found in M because M, that is a tube. What else? Red blood cells, okay? These are too big to be filtered out. Okay, red blood cells. Give two reasons for your answer. Wow, this is nice. The reasons is that first of all, you can talk of the proteins. Proteins are too large to be filtered out. Also, you can talk of the pores. The pores of of the glomerulus are simply too small to filter out red blood cells and proteins. Okay, then state one common disorder associated. Okay, common disorder here is called kidney failure. Okay, explain how this disorder can be treated. Very simple. There are two things, a transplant. Okay, kidney transplant or dialysis machine. So you've seen how things become simple when you learn. So it serves as a learning method for you. Each time you want to answer questions, study the topic first, then go to the questions. You'll see how quick you'll be answering the questions. And when you've studied, you have information, it's very easy to give it out. Alright, so I hope you've learned something in this video. See you in my next video, and please, if you're not subscribed, click the subscribe button, share the video with your friends, leave a comment, like and share the video. We very much appreciate the effort here at SmartNet. So those that would want tuitions, our number is there on the channel. You can reach out to us. Okay, have a blessed day.